Hi, this is Anita from Real Estate Crunch. In our podcast, we talk about all things to do with real estate. Today, I want to talk about what are the economic characteristics of real property. Now, we have written a blog on this, and we'll put a link below for the blog for you to be able to read and understand more about this. But this is sort of an interesting, thing to be able to understand if you're, buying, selling real estate, just interested in real estate. What are some of the economic properties in real estate? So there's basically four economic characteristics of real estate. And these principles, by understanding them, will help you understand real estate prices and investments. And it'll help you also understand why, real estate goes up and down and why, it can sometimes be a great investment and other times it may not be. The first one is scarcity in real estate. Scarcity in real estate means not a lot of something or something is scarce. It means that there's a limited amount of land or buildings. For example, in Hanoi, Vietnam, where I spend quite a bit of my time and live, there's in Hanoi, there's a scarcity of land. And so buildings are on very small plots of land and they're built straight up. So it might not be uncommon to have a building which is 5 stories high, of course, without an elevator, most of them. And it's, so the buildings are built up and they are not with a lot of land. That's because there's a scarcity. That's why in major cities around the world, sometimes it can be tough to buy or obtain land for any type of real estate purpose. It's because of the scarcity of the land. The scarcity of land can drive up the prices. So that's one of the things is the more scarce the land is, the higher the price. The more land there is, the cheaper the price of the real estate will be. The other one is improvements in the real estate. Improvements is the economic principle in real estate. Improvements are also known as modifications. A modification can positively or negatively affect or impact the value of a property. A lot of times when people think about this, they only think about the positive aspects. They think about, of course, improvement's going to improve a property. That is not always true. An improvement can also drastically negatively impact the value of your land. Adding an outdoor pool or improving your landscaping should improve the value of your property. Things such as remodeling a kitchen or buying a new roof can also enhance it. But, the other hand, if someone builds a garbage dump next door to your property, this will decrease the value. If suddenly the area where your property is at becomes extremely unsafe, there's a lot of gun violence or other things happening, it can also hurt the value of your property. So improvements, or let's say that maybe the city decides to make a road through your property, that could hurt the value of your property. So all these different types of things can, improvements, generally help your property, but sometimes you could do something to your property which could hurt your property. Or even if you do something like you paint your property in a really ugly color or put really ugly siding on it, could really, maybe people don't want to buy it. Maybe it could hurt your value of your property. The permanence of the investment can also make a difference. So, we basically say in real estate, there's the old saying that says location, location, location. The location of real property or real estate is significant. So if you have a piece of real property in the wrong location, the value of the property maybe will not increase but can decrease. If you're on a road that's not a very favorable road, it could decrease the value of your property. So all of these things can decrease or increase the value of your property, basically in the area wherever your property is located. So where your property is can make a difference. So the area can make a difference, where the land is located. This can all make a difference for the value of your property. One of the great things about real estate or real property is that it is considered an investment because of the fact that it's usually immovable, indestructible, and is fixed. In other words, the land is always going to be there. Wildfire could come through, other things can come through, but the land and the other things are always going to be there. So those are some of the reasons why they have some of the basic economic characteristics of real estate and what makes real estate to become such a great investment for many people. That is why real estate is considered to be a very good and solid investment. This is Anita from Real Estate Crunch. Thank you so much for listening. We do appreciate you. If you'd like to learn more, understand more, give us a thumbs up. Tell others about us, subscribe to us. We'd love to have you be part of our community. We'd like to thank our team who helped put this together, specifically Rico. And we'd like to thank each of you, our listeners.